Hello and welcome to the Sunflower Show, Yui and Friends. Today we have a very special guest. This is Tixit. Tixit is a self-taught illustrator and art geek. From a young age, he discovered art by MTV and animation throughout the 80s and 90s. Since young, Tixit wanted to understand what it is like to be a free adult, that he can make his own choices. But after he began his adulthood, he found out that there's not much freedom per se, and that you have to bolt yourself down to responsibility and peer pressure. In the end, one is no different than a machine, a soul stuck in a steel cage. Tixit wanted to give a message through his art that represent the modern day, that to free your mind and body from negativity and discover your humanity. Yes, let's welcome Tixit!
Hello everybody. Oh, what? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
Everybody
Hello,
can hear
everybody.
us.
Hello, chat.
Hello. Welcome. Hello, Black Cat.
everybody.
Hello, Ken.
Thank you, Yui, for inviting me, and hello, chat.
Thank you for coming on this show. We've got one of your original art piece over in the screen. You guys can hear us. Is the volume alright? 声音可以，非常棒。Rudy, An. Today is machine art. Yes, today we'll be talking about machine-fying everything. So, okay, before I go into that, Tixit also streams on Twitch. You can check his Twitch link in the description. Or maybe I will post it in the chat as well. Give me a moment. Onegai. Loud and clear, fantastic. Hi, this is Tixit's Twitch link. If you guys are interested, definitely can go check out his stream over there as well. And you can also find his merchandises in the shop store. Yes, shamelessly advertising at the start of the show. But let's begin with today's machine-fying everything. Alright, so when we talk about machine-fying, what do you think machine-fying is, Tixit?
Machine-fying's usually related to you want to change something that you find around you in your daily life. Let's say like organic stuff like your recently there's this game called Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep.
You see organic stuff like change to mechanical and sort of like what you perceive is machine, but underneath it is what you see is flesh and blood. What you see is flesh and blood, and then somewhat hidden underneath is machine. And sort of like the machine in disguise, something like that.
So can I say it's like this yakap fish that you drew?
Yeah. This one is actually a meme lah. If anybody know what this siakap means back then, I think it happened like 2 years ago about this expensive siakap. So I draw this siakap as an inspiration now. And what comes to my mind is the inspiration is what happened if in the future when the future people discover like for the first time like the siakap, what is siakap looks like I don't know how many thousand years after that, then they found this.
Are you saying that siakap is gonna go extinct?
I don't know. Maybe
It could be.
isn't it? It's a possibility. But then why not, right? Why not? So I just try. It could be, yeah. Maybe an extinct siakap. Maybe this is the siakap that actually worth 2,000 ringgit. I don't know.
Could be.
But
maybe at that time 2,000 ringgit is like 2,000 credit. It's like it's like nothing already. What about this eagle though? I've actually from your art pieces, right? For those who know Tixit's art, I really like the way you machine-fy organic beings. Like for example, the eagle. This heart, I mean, like, just imagine your Doki become mechanical Doki.
And that's a trick. That's actually a hidden thing. If you can see in this heart, right? There's actually two hearts in just one hour.
Hearts?
Yeah,
wait, there's two hearts? Wait, I'm gonna make it bigger for everybody to see. Do you all see two hearts? I definitely only see, I don't know, I see one heart and a lot of machine parts supporting it. Looks like that to me.
Okay, if you watch it closely, actually the heart, there's one organic heart which is the
in the middle,
gray color. Yeah, that's
that's the organic.
And then the outside red is actually the heart. It's the heart. It's a symbol of the heart. So it's a heart in the heart.
Heart in the heart. Heartception. Here you have it. Heartception, guys. Oh, we have an audience that say that he have your art. The beetle art. I actually have.
Beetle? Oh yeah, must be the print that you buy. Thank you for supporting.
Yes.
Thank you for supporting. It's Rudy, right? Rudy Kyo. Thank you for supporting.
Wait, it's Shuji.
Rudy, right?
Rudy is yup, 2-in-1. No worries.
Wait. It's Shuji. Oh, okay, sorry.
Hi, this one is also pretty amazing. Actually, what is your thought process when you draw this type of art? Actually, it's pretty intriguing. Like, why do you put the wires there? Like, for example.
Okay, the wire actually just like real life. There is what you call the pump thing that you see in I don't know what's the name. Usually you can see it from like tractors, and excavator. You can see like those type. Yeah, those hydraulics. Yeah, hydraulic system. Hydraulic system. So you in real life, what if that the nervous system is like a huge chunk of hydraulic pipes? Like
could it be
channeling
our blood veins?
Yeah, like veins, but instead of veins, like organic veins, is just wire and pumps and hydraulic system.
I wonder if that being is still alive though.
Well,
so
like
it's
not whether it's alive or
Horizon
not. Maybe it's sentient or not. Yeah.
Well, could be AI.
Yeah.
Could be AI control.
Could be AI. Yes.
Could be.
And also another fun fact about this artwork. This tiger.
Fun fact.
Yeah, this is the very first artwork I draw in this style. This is the first in all of the artwork that I have drawn. Since I started this IP, the tiger is the very first piece.
Wow!
This is where I started all.
Wow, this is where everything started. So this is your style.
Yeah. This is drawn in traditional. This is just pencil and I ink over it.
Okay. Actually, I am pretty curious of where you got your inspiration from. Where do you get your inspiration from? Actually?
My inspiration back then, I watch a lot of TV. We watch a lot of TV, but mostly is Transformer when I was a kid. Transformer back then I started out not being not trying to pursue, or maybe I don't know what actually art is, but my childhood influence mostly come from TV, a lot of cartoons actually, and Transformer. I
can see from your fan arts.
Macross. Is mostly my influence. Like I want to draw robots, but I don't know what is art back then. You just want to copy. When you were a kid, you don't know what, you don't know better, so you.
What do you think of copying though? Actually,
what do I think of copying?
What do you
I think
it's copying?
passion. I think it's passion. If you put aside the integrity of an artist, right? The copying thing is really show you how much you have passion on a certain thing. How much you love a fan of Transformer, how much a fan of you as or Sailor Moon or everything. You really like it, you copy it, right? And copying means you're not being an artist, you just want a memento of that piece of memory to just keepsake. I like Sailor Moon, and just draw Sailor Moon, and then you keep it on your own, because I like this character, something like that.
So is that why you drew the Akira fan art?
Yeah.
We got you.
It's something I really like. I really like the artists who actually do and create this world of Alita.
Alita, it was not Akira. Oops, sorry. The A starting.
You
Alita,
mentioned
Alita.
Right? Yeah. This
Yeah.
in English, in the West, it's called Alita. In Japan, the original is called Gum.
Gum.
Called Gum Better Angel, yes.
Yes,
called
Better
Gum Better Angel. And also, you can say
Alita.
Better Angel Alita lah, but it's through the translation they import to America, so they have this kind of name lah. Yes.
I see. What about this character though? But it says that a commission work. Yep.
Yeah, it's a commission work. It's a commission I done for a person who actually I met in Discord or CF server, and Cyberpunk is my thing. So I actually sucks in drawing people.
Oh.
To be honest,
But this one looked pretty good though. I think the Alita is also pretty good.
Yeah, it takes a lot of challenge. I go through a lot of challenge, try to find the good pose, try to practice a lot.
Human anatomy is pretty difficult.
It is challenging.
Yeah. What about artists that you are really like, you take inspiration the most from? Since you said that if you like it, you copy it as well.
Oh, okay. Mostly artists that I know or I like, but in my time is Masamune Shiro, Kazuhiro Otomo, and Kim Jong-gi lah, of course. Which is like, R.I.P. Kim Jong-gi. So
yes,
that's just left us. But never mind. He already educate a lot of people and teach.
Actually, I'm hoping that we can take a 50-second moment of silence for Mr. Kim Jong-gi as a memorial and respect for this brilliant artist. You can see his art style is actually really interesting. It's so ink, very messy yet very neat at the same time. Yes. We will have a moment of silence. For those in chat, if you want to, you can throw some flower as memorial.
Yeah, do spam flowers for Kim Jong-gi. Shall we start now?
Yeah. We start.
Okay.
All right, now we can actually. Well, I feel like artists that really left an impact to the art scene is pretty amazing, because given there's a lot of incredible artists, definitely. Thank you for spamming flower. All right, so I can see where your inspiration come from, especially for like the Akira art and the Ghost in the Shell. Those creators are famous for their very machine-fied and very sci-fi art style.
Yeah.
For
the artists of that time, right? Mostly a lot of people work with not digital. They work with a lot of pen and ink, a lot of watercolor medium or marker medium.
That's true.
There is not a lot of digital reference back then. A lot of people have to go through books. And they need to do live drawing a lot. So art back then, if you want to hone your skill, it's very, very difficult.
But I think they don't have as much referencing as we have nowadays as well. So a lot of things need to come out from maybe getting inspiration from the nature or from their imagination mainly of how it is. Well, I think Ghost in the Shell really was a brilliant breakthrough in terms of like what is real? What is consciousness? Even the concept itself is actually pretty amazing. Of course, we cannot leave out the recent titles as well. So those are actually really interesting topics. Anyways, let's move on to the next segment.
Right.
Oh yeah. Next segment. Let's move on. Today, other than chit-chatting, we are actually gonna be drawing something. Ta-da! Wait. Let me bukakan. Ta-da! So today we are actually gonna be machinifying a sunflower. So let me give. I'm gonna be drawing a draft sunflower. Do you need me to pass you the sunflower?
Yeah. If you have one.
Okay. Let me draw it real fast. So you're gonna see my would black and white be better for you? So I'm gonna just draw a simple sunflower. So we're gonna be please forgive me for my really elementary simple sunflower. So we're gonna be machinifying a sunflower while we chit chat today as well. So don't worry guys, we're still gonna be learning something, how to machinify. Actually, I don't know how to machinify a plant at least.
Okay.
How would you machinify a plant? Actually, I'm just drawing the draft reference first.
Usually for me, I have a draft in mind. Like sometimes I will. I do have a template for myself after been drawing for so long. Usually I will segment a lot of things, like in one shape. Let's say whatever nature has. Alright, in nature there's a very good reference. Nature already set up things for you, so you just need to, for like you're doing basic drawings.
Yes.
Every time the teacher tells you or lecturer tells you to draw something, they will ask you to draw simple shapes, but
isn't simple shape the hardest shape anyways? At least
that's the basic. That's the foundation. You need to learn to draw boxes. So
boxes.
in order to understand a lot of things, in order to understand a lot of things, how daily shapes or daily machinery or daily items is made, you need to start from the very basic shapes in order to form a realistic and visually appealing stuff.
Would you say patience come in hand as well for this kind of thing?
With patience, you can understand stuff even more.
Understand? Well, in terms of understanding, wouldn't it be more towards like observation as well?
Yeah, observation is key.
Is key.
Actually, this is what Kim Jong-il always say. Observe everything in life, study everything is close to you, and basic.
Basic.
Always remember your basics, because if you I don't know why my clip studio just shut down.
Don't worry.
Okay, it's back.
Hey, welcome back, Clip Studio. Now I'm just drawing the draft out for him to work on machinifying. I don't know how he's gonna machinify this. I've been thinking about like machinifying the sunflowers, but I really don't know. Alright, while we're at it, actually, because recently the theme of cyberpunk is actually really popular. So, cyberpunk, straight away when we talk about cyberpunk, then you see somebody talking about Rebecca and David. Well, it's really sad. Yeah, super sad. Have this trend impacted you in any way though?
For the cyberpunk, yes. With cyberpunk recently, I think it's more like a recent trend about the revival.
Oh, revival?
The revival of old like 80s stuff, 80s trend,
you would call this a revival of 80s trend?
Because cyberpunk actually come from like that period, because back then there's a lot of people wanted to do like very futuristic things.
True. Where's my flying car?
Yeah,
I'm still waiting for it.
Isn't it?
Yeah, true. Are you guys waiting for it as well? So have it impacted you? Like, for example, now Edge Runner is so popular, Cyberpunk 2077. Of course, the Gundam series are still really popular, especially
still going strong.
I'm now watching the Witch from Mercury, also a really good series, definitely recommended.
Yeah.
Plus you can watch it online now.
Second episode just come out.
Yes, I just watched, but it's like super cliffhanger. Then I'm like, seriously, you're gonna okay, spoiler. Alright, let's continue.
No, I haven't watched it, so like
yeah, spoiler. Alright, I'm almost done with the sunflower. So have it impacted you, like, in people's acceptability to your art style, especially?
Currently, I find it amazing that people still, or maybe this is very new to them. It's very new to them because very intricate stuff. And then I say cyberpunk. So for cyberpunk genre, right? Actually, is what people call it in this genre. They call high tech, low life.
True. There is that term, high tech, low life. I learned
why is it like that? Because it's just using what you call machinery to replace the.
But I always thought it's high tech, low life because everything is controlled by like some mega corporate, and if you are not part of them, basically you are living a really high tech life, but you don't really have a good life. That's always what I thought. Like in terms of
you're replacing.
You're being replaced.
You're being replaced, yes. And whatever the machine that you brought is actually a product, right? It's a product of a corp.
Yes. And if you have no money, you basically you're in trouble. Deep trouble.
Or else you become a criminal. You become a criminal. True. You take a lot of those technology that is literally illegal, and those technology may cause harm to you.
But I'm thinking about illegal tech. Why are they illegal anyway? Shouldn't all tech be like open source, like free for? I'm gonna talk for Blender right now. Blender is such an amazing software, highly recommended, free as well.
And also Krita for 2D art.
Yes, Krita is also really good. Nonetheless. Alright, my sunflower is done. I'm gonna send it to you.
Hold on. I need to maybe restart the browser or something because the ninja is looking out for my.
No worries. Take your time. While you're restarting, we can continue to talk about our Wawasan 2020 flying car. No, actually, let's go through the chat and let's say hi to everybody anyways. Hey, since we're getting a restart, I'll send you my happy little organic sunflower as well in the meantime.
Okay, I need to log in back to this.
Can. No worries. I'll be passing it to you via Discord so you can pick it up from there. Wow, we're at it. Actually, I feel like the 80s and 90s was really hopeful of the future, where we thought like, we're gonna be like driving flying cars. I don't know. I thought we would have had, what do you call that, magnetic rails by then. Like, but I think we do have it now. It's just not common. I'm not too sure. Anybody knows about it? Let me find the drawing. I have no idea where I saved it. Very good job, me. No. Hey, give me a moment, yay. Also. Okay, got it. Is it still there? Alright.
Okay. Can you see it? Okay.
Wait, let me get it back. Is it back? Yeah, I'm not sure. Is it back? Yeah, it's back. Yay! It's back. Alright, wait. Give me a moment. Let me give you the sunflower art as well. For those who want to challenge the sunflower art, can join the PvE official Discord. I will put the art over there as well, and you can try to machinify it in your own way. So for those who want to follow along, I will also be following along on my side. But yes, for those who are not in the Discord, you can grab the Discord link from the chat. I'll be throwing it there. Magnetic rail, you mean the rail used by bullet train? Yeah. I think that's
Shinkansen. Is it Shinkansen?
Yeah, I think it does use those type of technology already, right? But it's not like all the roads are like that anymore. Oh, then we're actually using it already. Yay to us! That's just how technologically unadvanced am I. But I feel like if anything, the Iron Man like suit to fly was pretty amazing. Yeah. Yes. Now we're gonna start with the good stuff, which is while I edit, I'm gonna go through chat for a while. Yeah, okay. Sound is loud and clear. Hello. Oh, San Divisan. Who is that? Yeah, not too sure. Let me see.
Flying Myvi. I think someone did draw Flying Myvi for a meme.
But Myvi, there have been a lot of weird Myvi photo sighting. I think that's also probably why it seemed like that. Oh, so first you would actually make it less. You made it, or what was it? What did you just do? Let us know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, okay. First I'm gonna do it line art to blue, so I can do the tracing much more better. So because I'm inking right now. Okay. So we started the process by inking. Okay. Yep.
Do you normally like walk all the art like that? Like when you start it out?
I want to do like a perspective.
Okay, let me see if I can make it blue.
You can see, you can do it like if it's dynamic.
Dynamic?
Yeah, dynamic. You know, perspective.
True. More. What is the term? Yeah. Dynamic. More posy.
Oh, posy. Yeah. You need to be exciting, right? You need to be exciting.
You need to be exciting. Yeah. Okay, I'll learn something. All right, I'm gonna make my drawing more dynamic. I'm gonna give you a pose. Sunflower, you're getting a pose now. Are you happy? Yes, you are happy. Look at your smile. Okay. Alright, wait. So we just spoke about like how the recent trend with cyberpunk have impacted you and your art. So it seems like it's really been a positive impact for you. Especially, would you say that your sales are better? Because people like this type of style a lot more.
Sales, I think currently I don't consider like big sales or something like that. But it seems that people have interest on
this type of art.
Interest in other genre aside of just drawing anatomy, or people or character design, those kind of things.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I see what Tixit doing now is you are blocking them out, right? So it's a little bit less rounded, more squarish, correct? Yeah. Black Cat reminds us to remember to drink water. Pusay, everybody. Remember to hydrate yourself.
Hydrate, yes.
Yes, dynamic pose, picture with motion.
Yeah, you need to make it like is moving, is it going somewhere?
It cannot be the flowers just standing there posing. No. Alright. Okay. Actually, I'm pretty curious because you did mention that you got inspired to do art since the 80s, 90s. So how long have you been doing art? I'm gonna
if seriously, the time of me drawing when I start to hold a pencil to draw is around 14. When I was 14.
40 years?
Yeah.
Are you talking about 40 years? Wait,
no. 14.
14. Okay. I heard 40 years. I'm like, wow.
14.
Dai senpai this.
Dai senpai this.
I'm
not even reaching 40. Okay.
Oops.
I'm not done to review my age yet, so yeah.
Oh, but actually for the lines, would it be easier if I had just used like a line tool and I draw like perfect straight line? Would you do that?
It can, but it looks very rigid if you finish the whole artwork, you know.
So it's more to it. So you prefer to draw it in just for the more flow and then more variety of line. Can I say that way?
You want to see line weight, you know. You want to see line weight.
True.
In certain angles, right? It's like some are thinner, some are thicker because there is this illusion for lines, right? If it's thicker, means it's actually like a shadow. You get a shadow, you know. If the line is thinner,
so I was supposed to have thin and thick line. Okay, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah. So you can let's say like give you an example right now.
Alright.
Right here, this is like it gives you the impression of it's darker here, and then you see like the sunlight come from here.
Okay. So that's also something that you put into consideration, the lighting as well.
And also another thing, if you go like literally so thin means like this side is
super bright.
Has like the most light. It has the most light. So if you zoom out, means like wow, you see the shadow is still
Okay.
If you have that kind of practice, it would be beneficial lah. It's like you just imagine you don't need, if you're a mangaka, you no need to use color to represent.
True. You don't need to paint it.
You need to paint it because the lines already tell you
that makes
what's happening.
sense.
What's going on here? Something like that.
That makes sense. No wonder when I read manga, it's like I sort of know where the light are coming from, even though there's no color. So that's why
a lot of artists, right? Let's say like right now, I'm using G Pen. G Pen in real life, for mangaka, they can actually do line weight like this, good taper, and then you can do like very thin line.
Yes. I feel challenged.
It's very challenging. Very challenging.
Very
it takes
challenging.
Quite a long time to understand this very small detail.
Yeah, I agree. I always thought like people just use the line tool and then just erase it or something.
Yeah, not that though. It's not that simple because you know the phrases like the devil is in the detail.
Yeah, that's true. True.
That is the meaning. That's the true meaning of become an artist. You need to hide some secret recipe in there.
Yes, for those who want to be artists in the chat, you heard the Sifu say like devil in detail.
Devil is in the detail.
Yes. Oh yeah. You were talking about like how many years you've been doing art. So you mentioned 16 years. What about professionally though? Like when I say professionally, that means making money out of it. I mean you're making a living from doing art.
Okay, just doing art like this. I can consider I've been doing this for 7 years.
7 years? 8 years? Probably.
Yeah, 7, 8 years because I don't count the time when I'm boofing while I have a job. I'm an editor previously.
So you're a full-time artist, correct?
Yeah, now I am a full-time artist. I literally just doing this for a living.
But as a full-time artist, I assume that you see a lot of different artists as well. How many artists do you know you feel are of the same level as you?
Okay. Honestly speaking, I don't want to compare any artist to be like same level as me because I also don't know what level I am right now. I can't say that I am very good because I think it's very humble to say. Is the fan?
You mean the arrogant or humble? Yeah, arrogant, very arrogant to say.
No. I want to humbly say because it's the fans that actually
make the decision
to put me where I am today.
I see.
Because as an artist, if you are actually profiting from your artwork, it's the person who support you, who willing to pay you, They are the one who
they're the one
today.
who are giving you bread and what we call it, bread and
butter.
Butter, yeah.
Bread,
But actually, what are you doing with the sunflower right now? Can you let us know what you draw?
Oh, okay. Okay, right now I'm doing the petals. I'm doing sort of like a shape out right here.
What actually, when you decided on this shape, did you get it from any inspiration, or you had like some sort of reference, or like
No.
where do you start from actually?
Okay, right now, usually I divide the petals into like this shape and segment, and then inside I will find a way to not draw it flat. Okay, not draw it flat, because everything in the world has a perspective and everything has depths, right?
Okay. So you're giving it depth right now.
Yeah, I'm giving it depth. So like, let's say like this petal side have like you can actually see the underside of the petals. See?
Understand. So you're trying to let people know which one is on top and which one's at the bottom.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Because I was like thinking, when you're drawing that, are you thinking of like, if we're machine-fying, so we're thinking of machine shapes? No, not so much on that side. More towards art logic, I guess. Can I say it that way?
If you want to do it later on, maybe I'll add more detail on that.
No need too much detail. We've got not
No
enough.
need. No, not like crazy details. Literally, it's very simplified. Right now, I'm actually drawing to save time. For time matters, I'm just drawing details as if
no
like,
rush.
It's as if it's a machine. Okay, right now it's like
sunflower machine where we're getting
made out
a
of
sunflower
metal.
machine.
Made out of metal. Or
Metal
maybe
plate.
metal plate.
Mine don't look metal at all. So let me think about how to make you. I'm thinking about how to draw those straight lines as well. My lines are super not straight.
Always. A good practice for drawing straight lines is always take a paper and draw
black paper.
A black paper and A3 size. Just draw a straight line across.
A3 size paper across.
Yeah, just draw
A3 size.
A3 size. Yes. This is practice.
All right. Memo to everybody: draw A3 size paper practice. All right. Being an artist for so long, what's the worst and best thing you've encountered?
Worst thing.
Yeah. We can start with the worst or the best. You can choose. I'll let you choose.
I go for the best thing.
We go for the best thing first.
Always for the good news. Always for the good news. Okay. So best thing doing this kind of business is your customer appreciation of you. Okay, always it's always feel good to have people come over and tell you like your work is great, and I think there is not a duty but as an artist you are also an entertainer for the public. Okay.
How so though? Like artists.
Okay. Let me explain.
Yes, please do.
So
I am copying your art style right now to the best I can.
Okay. Just try. Just try your best, lah. Okay. So as an entertainer, there is like people sometimes come over and say, your work. I've been following your work so much, right? Your work. Every time I see that you come up with new things, I feel very happy and entertained and very. It's literally.
That's so nice.
Right? So he always wanted to see new things from me, and you always hope that your work will make everyone somebody's day. They're happy and they feel that wow, there is something that I want to see, or I always anticipated to see.
Actually, as an artist, what do you feel when people like you don't, like, for example, you don't put up that you're having commissions, but you have posted some of your works? If someone comes up to you and say, I really like your work, would you be available to be commissioned? Do you do commission? What do you feel when you get this type of remarks? Actually, this is something that I've always been curious about, because sometimes I do commission artists for some works as well. Sometimes I feel like, is the artist going to be busy? Is it really hard to get them to help me draw something? So like, normally as an artist, as yourself, what do you feel when people come up and approach you like that?
I'm certainly be happy if somebody actually wanted to commission you, and actually they do appreciate your work. Of course, it's also it's a thing that artists do. You are also the person who actually draw the world. You convey a message into an image, isn't it?
True.
This is your job. This is an artist's job. Make things beautiful, not only to make things beautiful, but also to convert something from a written word into an image. So it's a skill. It's a skill.
It's a skill set.
Yeah, it's a skill set.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
You are translating the imagination. You are translating imagination into paper.
So it's sort of like 3D modelers, like bringing things which are, imagine or like 2D into like the 3D world, so giving it perspective, etc., right?
Yeah, true. It's okay. This also goes across all medium: 3D, watercolor, traditional, singing, acting.
Oh, you put that under same category as well.
Yeah. Actually, there's a lot of people actually say this statement. As an artist. Okay, this is I go for the bad right now. This actually segue go to the bad. I'm going to the bad.
You're going to go to the worst experience now.
Yeah, because it's also related to what you say just now.
Okay.
Actually, people. This is very sad when I heard most of that, because people say artists usually cannot. It's not prospectful to become an artist, and usually artists don't do stuff.
Do stuff?
They don't contribute to the community.
Really?
Because a lot of artists, this is a perception of people.
But I feel like time has changed though, because now in the internet time, everything is art sort of thing, because we need visual for everything.
I think right now in in our own community, of course, what we heard, yes, people a lot. Maybe there is a certain people who start to see like how we were, and then they kind of accept how we do stuff. But when I started out, no. When I started out, no. It was very harsh. It was very. It's only a very niche community. That only a few people will appreciate what you do, because there's the perception of people thinking that if you're an artist, you'll be hunger. If you're an artist, you'll be only drawing comics, and comics is very
difficult, tedious,
or waste of time. It's not prospectful. You can't earn money from that. Okay.
I see.
Well, now times have changed, so it's wrong. It's not what people think now. Okay, but it's very sad where then people actually criticize us like being not prospectful. Not
useful to community.
Not useful to community. But then again, in the whole of the question just now, I would say that as an artist, like for us, we draw, we create stuff, right?
Yes.
We as an entertainer, we put it as an entertainer, we provoke certain things, and if people really like our work, they actually provoke feeling, right? They feel very happy, and then they feel they actually our work actually challenge their curiosity. Right? Like, how do you do this? Like, you ask me, how do I draw this? What's in your mind? True. Kind of thing. So that is the curiosity. Me as an artist, I also want to know, like, how does this artist do this sculpture? What is in his mind? What is he thinking? You know
What is the story behind it?
What is the story behind it? Yeah. And then there's also a lot of stuff as an artist and what the hardship that they go through. You know, while they practicing their craft, how much criticism and work and people back mouthing behind him saying like, oh, why are you doing this, wasting your time? Because right now people are just looking things on the surface level. You know, hard work always pay off, but not a lot of people see that.
But need to persevere.
Persevere.
Yes.
Right.
All right, let's go on to the next question. What software or tool is your favorite?
Okay. My current,
or like what medium as well? Like different medium as well.
Yep. I work with digital and traditional too.
When you say traditional, are you talking about paper pen or are you talking about like canvas?
I work on paper and pen and ink.
Pen and ink mainly.
I use Pigma 1, 0.3, 0.0, 0.5, 0.1. Very thin nib. Those are Pigmas. The pens and.
So what's so good about them though?
Is
easy to use,
good ink flow and different line weight. Very easy to use, you know, for different kind of nibs. And I do draw very small and I do very detailed things. So
so that's how you decide. That one. So you were talking about your favorite medium for the traditional art. So which is paper and ink, pen.
Yeah.
Right. What about software though? I see you do what do you call it? Digital art as well. What's your favorite software?
Okay, this is literally my workflow. I use this a lot. This is your workflow. I do most of the time. My software currently what I'm using is Script Studio Paint. And why I use it? Aside of other so many software like Photoshop.
Yeah, Photoshop is super popular. When I spoke to Julia about it, she used Photoshop for work, but she used Clip for her regular drawing.
Yep. Why is Clip Arts is kind of a good demand for Illustrator lah.
Demand.
Yeah. It's because of the ink or the brush engine. The brush engine that they use currently. Which, let's say you want to do this taper thing like this for G-Pen, you can't do this in Photoshop.
Oh, you cannot?
Cannot? You can't. It's very hard to execute that.
Any Photoshop user here?
The taper is very, very hard to fit.
Okay. I didn't know that. I always thought Photoshop is like a super strong software with like almost all tools in it. That's my thoughts about it.
Not completely.
And it is also very not cheap.
Not cheap. That's why I buy Pay2Sci, and actually Pay2Sci after that they're going to the subscription model, but the current one you can still buy it off in one price, but you cannot continue to use
the
other feature.
Right?
Update you can use it.
Understand.
But still, the feature for Clip Art is the one. If you want to do manga, it has a manga organization feature in it where you can actually draw page by page. The software will bookmark it for you and output it.
I think the one you need to purchase the manga version one.
No. There is a Pro and EX. And both the feature they also have it.
Okay. I always thought like some of the feature like for I'm using Clip Studio Paint Pro. For mine is like there's a limitation, like if you want to do like animation, there's only a certain amount of frame you can do. Yeah. There are some limitations compared to the EX version. Yeah.
Yes. That they actually the features is separated through the animation part only.
Okay.
Animation part only.
But the rest is same.
The rest is same. For the manga, the page or the organization or what was that? There's a one that you can just add page and then it's sort of like a publication feature in it. So when you output, it will output in pages into a PDF kind of output where you can flip through as a file by itself. So you don't need to go page by page output and then you put it in Photoshop or whatever publication software.
So it has publication tool along with it. So you can use it to create your own manga, your own book. It will publicize for you. Basically, do you mean that?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And also, it's also have a built-in panels. That's not it because it's popular of the panel.
I always thought it was popular for the brushes.
And brushes is what? It's a best feature. There's a best feature. Everybody is into the brush feature because it's like the next best thing.
Yes.
Aside of Photoshop.
Even you can do custom brushes, which is amazing.
Yeah. It's literally go up against Photoshop lah. Because back then Photoshop is like, you can
the only one, right?
The texture brush, you can import all the texture.
It's like the big brother of the market sort of thing.
But you can't do. Sadly, the inking part you can't do it properly like this software do lah. So a lot of Japanese who are used to G pen or those traditional pen, this software can emulate it properly.
Okay. Yeah. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm doing something.
You're doing good.
Thank you.
You are actually adding your own.
I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore.
Okay, so
I decided I'm gonna make it like diamond looking.
Oh yeah, not bad.
So I was thinking of that while I'm making it. Yeah. I'm thinking about like different pieces. Yeah, I'm gonna stretch a bit. Yeah. All right. So your favorite software is Clip Paint Studio. For myself, for 2D software, I do use Clip Paint Studio mainly because of the brushes.
But for other beginners, right, before they use like
Clip Paint,
this Clip Paint, right, a lot of people who are started to do digital painting, who have no knowledge of like Photoshop, right, they all usually try out PSY.
PSY?
No.
PSI.
Not PSI, not that side.
Not that side.
It's SAI.
P2SI. Yes.
P2SI, yes. That software is the same. It's literally the lightweight version of clip art, but it's programmed by one person.
Oh wow!
Exactly, right? It's an indie software. It's an indie software just to do painting.
Painting software side. Yeah, I'm gonna just write it here. For those who want to try out this software, can definitely try it out as well. Oh, I see. Now, let's go on to the next question, alright? As a self-learned artist, what do you think of those who studied in college for art?
Okay, this is actually a question being asked back then where there's forum or YouTuber have been discussed this, it's been discussed many times.
Really? I'm actually really curious though because like the last time I did because Julia did go to art school. But for myself, because I'm a self-learned 3D modeler, it's always been in my mind like what do people perceive like what do other self-learned individuals actually perceive like other self-learned individual or those who actually studied professionally for this type of things, like what are their thoughts? Actually, I am pretty curious about it.
Okay, as an artist, I mean, it's very hard to define if you are an artist or not because there some people say I'm a hobbyist.
Oh, really?
I don't draw for a living. I just draw
for fun.
If I like to draw for fun. Yeah. Because this fine line that people want to define themselves and then they try to like categorize themselves like I'm a hobbyist, I'm not an artist. And
But they draw art.
They draw art, yeah. Some think that being a career artist is a very hard thing to go for.
True, because wouldn't income be very unstable?
Yep. It can be, but in a certain point of view, art is a profession, right?
Yes.
As also as if the same as other profession. Let's say if you are a plumber. Okay. If you you go to labor school or not technical school. You go to technical school, you learn plumbing, right?
Plumbing, I do hope that they went to technical school.
Yeah, I can put it that way, like you can put it that way, I think, as the question that you asked.
Unless they are like a seafood's apprentice, I think, then they won't break your plumbing system. I think it's okay.
That's what I want to explain. So if you ask this question like, what's as a self-learned artist, right? What do you think of going to college, right? Let's say if I'm a plumber, what do you think if I am a self-taught plumber? Or maybe I don't know.
I don't know. When does plumbing have school? I think they do. I think
it's a technical thing, like.
Yeah.
You don't go to like other technical school that doesn't teach plumbing, and then you go work as a plumber, plumbing. Right?
But I think as long as they got like some sort of foundation, I don't know, man. Would you dare to? I think this boils right down to: would you dare to sit a aeroplane where the pilot did not learn profession? Like it's a self-taught.
Yeah. It's also that you can also say that way, lah. Self-taught is range quite a huge spectrum also.
But what do you yourself think about it though?
Okay.
Actually,
For me is I went to art school too. I'm a graphic design major.
Okay.
Yeah, I for my whole career I didn't actually work as a graphic design. Okay.
But you went and studied graphic design.
Yeah, I've been in the graphic design for a short period, a while after I graduate. And the profession for graphic designer, the prospect or the market locally is pretty dodgy lah, unless you work for yourself lah. Unless you work for yourself.
Really?
No?
I don't know. Is the market dodgy?
Yeah, it's like there's different kind of pricing, and then there's no set pricing, so you always get.
But I think for art also there's no set pricing, right?
Yeah, correct. But then after that, I realized that I don't. This maybe is a two separate thing to answer lah. Okay. Why the market is dodgy and then there's no set prices for your job. That is because different ranges of skills and different knowledge of people.
True. Different network
people
also.
Undercharge themselves. Sometimes people undercharge themselves, and then sometimes people like overcharge certain things. Then the client say, "Hey, why is so expensive?" Like that. Okay.
I see.
About the whole big picture, that would be a story for another time.
Okay.
I'll make it simple. For me, I want to pursue it as a career in illustration. Okay?
So when you mention self-learned artist, you mean that you are illustration on your illustration side is self-learned, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. But in order.
In order to up my skill as like in drawing aspect, right? I need to find somewhere that I can learn the basis of drawing work.
Yeah.
So I go apply for a graphic design. So graphic design has like other simple drawing classes like sketching, anatomy study, those basics.
Is this why you are so good at machinifying things? Because your background is from graphic design, so you work a lot with this type of shapes?
Yeah, I actually is the basic that I study, and then because of my background of graphic design, and I do use a lot of my graphic design skills, like let's say like design, layouts.
Your design sense, right?
My typography skill, my iconography skill, where people draw icons or symbols, right? Or logo. Those skills are very useful, and you want to be stand out. Sometimes you want to stand out for all the rest of the illustrator, right? Because sometimes illustrator, their skill is actually come from classical knowledge. You know?
Classical knowledge. And
like you just learn how to paint, and then you just learn only like anatomy, or life drawing. But so art, you need to evolve sometimes. You need to go in a different direction. So in order to stand out, you need to do very different approach.
Can you zoom out a bit and let us know what you're doing?
Okay. Here you go.
Yeah. So what's going on right now?
I nearly finished the whole petal here. I finished the shape, and then I go in to draw those smaller details, and you will see. Okay. You see the shape is coming out right now.
Yep.
Okay, for how I work for certain shapes, right? Always remember shadows and lighting.
Shadow and lighting.
If I draw a lot of shadows and I put like certain places, you see like much more darker, you see the artwork come out very, very 3D. Give me a while, and I think you will see it later on.
Okay.
How the artwork comes out.
I will stretch while I watch you. No. I'll ask you next question. Haha.
Okay. Continue.
Okay, wait. Last question before we see if the audience have any question while we rehydrate a bit. Do you feel the current global trend can bring your art to a bigger audience, or have it already done that?
The color global...
Basically internet.
I think the internet itself for the art community is very saturated. If you feel that, you know, there's so much competition, there's so many things happening in one time.
That is true.
It's hard for you to like stand out for the rest of people out there. I don't say that is I don't feel like I'm very salty lah. I'm not very salty about that. But that is the reality right now.
The saltiness, okay. But I think it's okay to be salty about things.
It's not about how much you stand out among the crowds, because I believe this is something that I always believe. You know, in Chinese saying, right? I just literally say like in the translation lah. Like there's always one mountain higher than another one.
That is true.
Yeah.
But I feel like the internet really made us see a lot of people have amazing skill that nobody will ever expect.
Yeah.
Isn't it sort of scary, like being in the scene, like you never know when you're gonna have a super junior that is gonna appear and then gonna be super brilliant and then gonna...
Wow, that's a what? That's one good word.
Whoops. Okay. Yes, a super kohai that is gonna appear and then overtake everybody. It's like, whoa! No respect. Blows away.
The competition.
Yeah.
I think isn't it the life? Isn't it life itself? You know, sometimes you must have competition because a lot of people are very salty about it.
Oh yeah, but I think Chen here says a really good point. Like for example, the AI right now. Yeah. What do you think of the AI though? Actually, I appreciate the AI, but I don't like the fact that sometimes because the AI algorithm maybe doesn't have enough input, and then it ends up you're copying too directly. Terlalu bulat copy.
Yeah. Actually, the people are salty about the AI, but you need to understand why it exists in the first place.
But it saves so much time. Imagine if you want a concept art. Oh, I need a concept art like right now. I need a sunflower that I don't know that have beautiful long legs. Then like if you're not good at drawing, AI saves your life. Yeah, sorry, I think. No.
Yeah, it do help out a lot on figuring out certain things like an artist. You do what it does is like you do the input and then you come out something, you know. But it's not perfect. It's not perfect. I can say AI is still in the learning phase unless AI is sentient now, which is not. If it's sentient, then
dangerous, right?
It's Terminator already. Okay?
Yeah. Coming together soon. Be careful.
Oh, they come to get your ass. Then it is a good tools. I can say.
It is. I think for AI, with all the sci-fi shows out there, I'm always scared that is it gonna gain self-awareness? And if AI do gain self-awareness, should we recognize them as independent being? Well, we are totally going off topic already.
This is very sci-fi.
It's very sci-fi, but I'm thinking like what would the AI think about things, because our population and community is sort of like not stagnant, where we got good people, we got not good people.
You know, talk about that society aspect lah. Okay, this is a very short thing that I want to say because I'm surprised even my wife also knows about this.
Okay.
Actually, it's a literature terms lah. This is from a very famous author called Asimov, the person who actually wrote the very classic, the first sci-fi book. Book called The Foundation. The Foundation. Okay. It is very hardcore sci-fi lah, but aside of that, there is one rule. If we're talking about sentient robots, right? Sentient AI, right?
Yes. We're talking about sentient AI. So if a sentient AI creates art, can the sentient AI claim the art to be their art?
I think it's the same like it's the principles also. But the rules is the rules of this sentient thing is the sentient being of a robot, right? There's the three rules, right?
There's three rules.
Three rules. The robot cannot destroy the master.
You mean like the AI need to be set the three rules?
No, it's the rules that is the fundamental rules of the programmer, the master lah. The master give it to the AI or the robot lah. The robot, okay. So the robot cannot destroy the master.
Okay.
The robot cannot destroy themselves.
Okay. They cannot destroy themselves.
Rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3. The robot must protect the master, which is the human.
Okay.
This is the three rules. This is the three rules. Yes. Whatever means the robot must protect the master. Okay.
What if the robot protects the master by killing another robot's master?
Yeah, that's something that's a loophole. That's the loophole.
So then it can be like master of master of master.
Yeah. That's the thing about the loophole of these rules, right? When the rules come out, right, in the book, and then of course it looks very genuine and very clear. You understand that? This is the machine. The machine need to do their job. But the thing is, there's a loophole in it that if the robot understand this, but what if the master themselves are killing each other?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, then who will the robot actually protect, or the AI actually can protect?
Exactly.
So in the end, this is actually what Terminator end up with. If there's a loophole, and if the loophole is to kill every human being to protect human. That is the conclusion. If there's no human, human is safe. But the thing is too extreme.
World domination. But I like what Jojo's mentioned here. Hey Jojo.
Hi, Jojo.
She said for AI art is simple. You can do it, but don't claim it is your own art. AI generated art is a great way to communicate with artists about what you want. But too many users are using it to scam commission or sell for profit.
Oh, I also heard a drama
Oh,
of a
there is a
Korean
drama.
artist. Yeah, there's this Twitch artist, right? He's drawing Genshin Raiden now. And then somebody from the audience, right, like snipe the artist, take a picture of an WIP work, still in progress, okay? He input that post into the AI, right? The generative thing. And then he finished it. He said, so-called claim finished the whole thing.
Hey?
And then he said, I finished your work. And the artist literally like, what? How can you say that you finished the work not even drawing? You just put it into some program.
But actually, like for the AI, what did the person do though? I did saw that post. It was a pretty big hoo-ha, especially among the artist circle. But actually, AI, how does AI work? I think we want to go back to like how does AI work? It copies pattern, right? I mean,
it copies a pattern. It actually work with the string of command.
So basically, you put in like input, like say, I want this art style, I want this shape, sort of like that.
Yeah, it works with the algorithm, and then the algorithm try to find a pattern in the database. Okay, like let's say the string of command is Raiden Genshin Impact.
But I could put in like if I want to do that, I could put in a lot of like the original art piece in as well for like how to say for the AI to consume. I guess that's the term.
Yeah, that's the feed. That's the feed you're talking about. You're feeding it information a lot. In order the generative to work, it needs a lot of data. So the internet is the data. It's like a food to the AI.
Yes, agreed.
So to make the whole thing work, it will search the whole internet for the keyword that you input in it.
Okay.
And then if he find it, he will just try to merge two images together. It's more like a imaging technology right now. It's a collage. Yes, it's a collage.
Sort of like collage, and then plus a bit of Photoshop magic.
Yeah, it's like merging and then some
overlay,
photo image detecting to see what's the familiar pose.
And then somehow, to copy the lighting. This is bright, that is dark, sort of thing, contrast.
But AI doesn't understand lighting. That's the thing.
It doesn't.
Because like I said, AI just copy patterns.
True.
When it copy patterns, it just copying how light works, like as it is. It's not like the AI is thinking, the sun is from 12 o'clock. I have to light this way. No, it doesn't do that. It doesn't do that.
If AI can, if the AI tech can sort of merge with the with 3D lighting system, like basically it should work. It should be able to recognize like I got light over here. I'm not sure if that is even possible though.
It's too advanced to if they are merging two images, because image has its own source.
True.
But if you try to like hand fist to merge two different lighting where the data is already static, you literally make the whole thing worse.
Then we can break the AI.
you break the AI. That's why there is a very wonky finger coming out, and then you got
because
finger.
It did not recognize.
It doesn't recognize it. That is where you detect that the algorithm is forcing two pictures together.
By force.
Yeah, it's literally forcing it. So
but probably because it sees like same color, so it's like most likely part of here, sort of thing.
And that is what they can actually try to do lah. The best can to.
Hey, Surf Bunsen is here. Hello. Welcome.
Oh wow! Hello, Surf.
Yeah, it's pretty viral news today. Like someone's the Korean artist, the Korean Twitch artist, right?
And the guy account is still around.
Yeah. But it's sort of hard. I mean that's the thing about art. Even we learn it. I practice art by copying arts as well. Like it could be live drawing. It could be like any type of drawing, like referencing fan art, drawing, etc. So makes me wonder, like the way an AI learn, could it be like sort of similar, but it doesn't have a conscious mind of itself. It cannot really make decisions. I guess.
Yes. Yeah. It cannot duplicate feelings. It cannot duplicate certain poses. It can't. If you see, if you go through a lot of AI generated image, right? You can somewhat understand that AI doesn't know how to pose.
So the poses are actually, you can see that the pattern of the poses are actually ripped off somewhere.
Yeah, either.
Can we say that?
And then the poses is always centered. Because the AI doesn't know composition. It doesn't know composition.
Yeah. Can I say yet?
Yeah. Yet. Depends on calculation.
What if the AI creator decides to give it a lot of composition to input a lot of composition? Then the AI should be able to learn it, right? Can I say it that way?
Okay, maybe in a certain context, Let's say you want to.
I'm actually quite curious, so I'm just asking.
Good question. Actually, I do want to see. Let's say I'm seeing. Let's say I input. I see people input a lot of like character design. Okay, I want the character, like one character, like the stables division, right? It can't actually post the character like very dynamic. Like let's say I want to do foreshortening, the AI can't do that. The AI cannot find a picture where the finger is pointing at the audience and then the character is at the back. No, he always posts like low angle, high angle, and then the front angle. I think that is the composition that the whole AI knows.
Could be coded that way, or
that also depends on the programming. Yes.
Yeah.
No wrong on that. There's a
complicated coding, like Jojo says. That makes sense. That makes sense. Is there any question for what's going on screen right now? So basically, what Tixit is doing now is he's machine-fying a sunflower. I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out, but it's starting to sort of remind me of the, what do you call it? The diamond. What was that? There was a. It looks like a lot of minerals on it. Could I say that? Of that metal.
Some geode.
Geode? I don't know.
Geode is a mineral.
Mineral. Yeah. Another term for mineral. And then for everybody, remember to hydrate yourself. And then if you like what I do, remember to subscribe, click the like button, comment, and share. Yes, and if you want to check out more Tixit work, you can definitely check it out from the description. His stream link is over there. He streams on Twitch. And he have a shop store where you can purchase his merchandise to support him. Yes, that's right. Alright. Okay, so now we're gonna go into a different topic. I think the AI one doesn't really have a solution, so we're gonna move on from it. Right. Next question is, since you've been doing art for so many years, what do you think about the artist market changes? I think this will be a really good information for those who wanna join into the artist market. Like to become an artist, or can I account you as a freelance artist?
I am a freelance artist, yes.
So yep. As a freelance artist, what would you say? Like, have you seen any changes in the artist market?
There is. I seen there's a lot of original art. People are trying to do their own thing.
Oh, that's amazing. That's great. That's great.
Craft. I mean, this doesn't happen when I started moving. I mean, like 5 years ago. 5 years ago.
Okay.
A very niche people comes out to promote their original work. Back then, CF or any show you go, mostly is fan art. A lot.
But now there's still a lot of fan art, right?
It's actually fan art is not going to go away anytime soon.
That's fair enough.
It's, let's say, for artwork or maybe like ACG art itself, for fan art, right? It's like the gateway drug. Or younger generation. You give this like it's like a gateway for them. Like it's a gateway drug. Like, oh, you want to try art? Go for fan art. Yeah, it's simple, and a lot of people love it. And then people think maybe you can profit from it. More or less, it's like the quick way and the simple way to understand. You know.
But recently, like recent events, I do see a lot of fan art for Niji Sanji, Hololive. What else?
Yeah.
There is Niji Sanji, Hololive. What else? Genshin Impact. Yes, everywhere.
Yeah.
Genshin Impact.
And then you got Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man. Not as many though. I feel recently a bit less.
Oh really? Oh, but I think the Chainsaw Man has his own very small group of fans.
But it's a really good anime though, Chainsaw Man.
Oh yeah, I saw some of the clips. It's like wow.
It's really amazing.
So the animation is like UFO table style.
Yo,
level.
dude. So wait. I'm gonna go back to a term that you just mentioned just now, which is geode, right?
Yeah, right.
Yep. So can I say that machine-fying things also put in a lot more geometrical type shapes in, right? So when we met.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, it's good to know. I will try. I am sorta following along, sorta. But I feel like mine looks like I slapped a lot of stones onto my flower. Which
a lot of stone.
Yes, cut stone.
Later on, I'll do
you
some
can
small.
Check.
You
can look at it later. No worries.
If you add certain things, later on I'll show you. If you add certain things, it will change.
Really?
Change the whole
overall feel for it.
Overall feel, yes.
Interested. I'm super interested in that. Alright. Okay. So since you did mention that you are a full-time artist, so would you say that one can make a living from just doing art, especially because you're doing freelance as well?
Yeah. Okay. This is also quite a big question.
Yes, it is a big question, and I believe everybody wants to know. I want to know, like, if I do art, will I survive or will I just eat bread every day? That is like the saddest thing I feel.
You can't, actually eating bread is like quite severe.
Quite every day.
Over is a bit.
Every day gardenia bread.
No lah, it's not. That is a bit too much. But then, I understand.
My concern is more towards that. Yeah, I'm actually quite curious. Curious for the audience.
Okay, there is. I think I can actually, through my experience of there's a person interested and asked me this question. I think I can actually repeat it here also lah.
Sure.
This is when I was moving in Lalaport. Somebody actually come up to me and asked, I think he's kind of jobless for a while when it was MCO. This is after MCO. And then
I think MCO is pretty devastating for a lot of people. A lot of people lost their jobs.
True. So I will tell everybody here in the chat. Okay.
Alright, everybody listen up. Alright. Now nuggets of wisdom coming up. Correct.
As everything you start out always a difficulty in the start. Like, can I be sustainable in this job? This is a question to be answered if you have a certain degree of knowledge to get into this kind of field. Okay.
So you would say that there is a prerequisite if you want to make a living as an artist, correct?
As an artist, anything in as a career, let's say like a career artist, a career pilot, a career plumber. Okay.
Yep.
If you go, there is pilot which is out of job also what?
Yeah, that's true. And then they go sell burger, very popular.
They sell burger. So
very popular place.
It's certain condition. It's also certain condition. It depends on whether you really have passion to get into the business.
Really?
Okay?
It depends on the passion?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
This is true because this is also.
I always thought it would be like your skill set, like how good are you? No.
The skill set, of course, if you love what you do, like let's say art, right? If you really like art in the first place, you may go out of your way to study everything you want to know about art, isn't it?
So that is the prerequisite. You need to love to study art.
Yeah, you need to understand why is it okay. Let's say like a fruit store, right? Fruit store, the person go sell fruits because of what? There's a reason, right?
Because fruit delicious.
Either it's fruit delicious, but mostly people don't tell you like fruit delicious. Either because they have family business.
True.
You have to ask what's the reason.
Yeah. Then what about artists though?
For artists, you need to find
your reason.
Your reason why.
So like your family do art, then you do art, sort of thing.
Or you really like to draw. When you were a kid, you see Transformer, you want to draw Transformer, and then.
So those type of reason. Okay.
It actually comes from the personality, your personality. Okay. For what who say Ken asked the survivability of an artist. Okay. If an art cannot sustain a person's livelihood, if you cannot earn money, usually is
because
your discipline. One
is discipline problem. Okay.
Yeah. One is the discipline. Second is how much hard work you want to put into your own career.
Creation?
Your creation. Career, right? You need to do something about it. There is always solution. There is always a way to work things out. If you feel that, why do I don't have business, blah blah blah, something like that.
How come that person so many business until next year also got booking? Why one also don't have? I think that is like a common thought as well.
Yeah, like the commission, right? People like, wow, why got people the list of the commission, the list of commissions are never ending until next year also. You have to wait. And then we all, some of us get zero.
Yeah.
Like, why nobody commission me?
Is it my art style problem?
It's a skill. Yeah, it's the one is the demand. Two is your discipline. Will you go out of your way to hone your skill? And how consistent are you?
Then what do you think about marketing though, in terms of art?
Marketing is also something that I self-taught lah. Okay, sometimes people. This is one cons the bad side lah. The bad side of an artist. Back then people used to say it that way. Artist is very egoistic.
They
don't want to promote themselves. They don't want to talk to people. Just sit there and then let the art do their work.
How to sell the art?
Yeah, how to sell the art? You also asked, right?
Yeah, how to sell the art?
That's why when I was moving back then, I also see that people just sit around and then just don't talk to people
at all. But sometimes the art
at all.
really do speak for themselves. So I think some artists can do that. But
it's up to them. It's up to them to decide. Up to them to decide. So the marketing itself is also play a part lah. Marketing is do play a part of like how
well you survive.
How
many breads you have to eat per week.
Yeah, if you good, no need to eat bread already. You can eat the shark fin already lah.
Every day what Haidilao, correct?
Every day Haidilao, you king, Haidilao.
No, joking.
Every day hot pot. But then okay, so maybe I can give you a tip.
Okay, what's the tip? Yes, do give us a tip because Jojo here just said My family say art no future, but she's a rebel.
Okay.
You're just a rebel.
Okay, this is
So
what I
what
do.
what do you have to say?
This is what I do. Okay, for a newbie lah. All right, people start out doesn't have any followers or friends.
Yeah,
But usually, if you have a day job, put this art gig on the side. Not put it on the side. I mean, like you do it as a side thing. Consistently build a fan base. That is important. And keep your art consistent. And like me,
when you say consistent, it means the style consistent.
The style, because human psychology always remember pattern. Understand? You know that?
So,
you know
so
that?
we learn psychology now as well. Can.
Yeah.
Alright, so keep style.
If you-
Okay. I'm gonna write this down. So 1, keeps build community. Alright.
Your community, yes. Then you be consistent on your artwork. Alright?
Okay, consistent.
Okay. That's a disadvantage if you keep doing fan art. You can't do fan art forever, right? Unless you don't do booba all the time lah. 补水, okay. Time to hydrate.
Wait. Hydrate. Sure, no problem. Hydrate while I write notes. So build community, constant art. So we are learning something.
Yeah, consistency is the key.
Consistency is the key. How would you account consistency though? I think like, are you talking about like 3 art per week?
You can.
Or
Depends on
5
how
art
you
per
work.
week?
Depends on how you work, because different artwork produce differently. For me, my art, at least if I want to complete an artwork, at least give myself 3 days for 1 hour,
so
because
3
I
days.
draw very details. Very detailed.
So it depends on like your art style. What about like those super high detail 1 week 1 artwork?
Yeah, but I don't want to go that hardcore because I will die. I keep drawing like so many
times. I think before that there's a phrase called survive.
Yeah. Okay, the tip, right? Again.
Alright, let's go back.
Consistent in artwork, and then if you want to jump into freelance, get yourself a part-time job.
Part-time job,
yeah. Get yourself a part-time job to stay alive, because always your survivability comes first, right?
Yes, of course.
Your survivability, and then I mean hinges on the part-time job. Also, it doesn't have to be things that like you go become a waiter or something like that. If it's best, you find a job that is related to art.
Oh, find a job related to art.
Like me, I used to work in Art Friend.
That's a great place to find material.
I find I know material, I know artists, I know where to get them, I know how it's produced. Good. Yeah. So you also can do connection with your customer. There are people who are painter, they are hobbyists, and I also saw some of people who buy my stuff, and then they come over to the shop and they're like, "Hey, you work here? Wow!" Yeah, it's just
a small world after all. Correct.
So it actually builds it also where you build how you present yourself. I am lucky that I got to work there and actually taught myself how to sell, how to be a business person, and how to do marketing.
Then do you think that if one wants to be a freelance artist, the ability to sell their own art is very important?
Yeah. How to promote your things to people? How do you approach to people? That's very vital. That is very vital. Or else nobody know you, right?
True.
Like Coca-Cola. If the Coca-Cola don't advertise every day, nobody actually know
how to sell.
Where to get Coca-Cola?
What about like okay, if I say it's like Picasso versus what was his name? The one who did the Scream. And
Van Gogh?
Yeah, Van Gogh. So it's sort of like Picasso vs Van Gogh. Picasso.
Wait. Is it the Scream called is done by Van Gogh?
Yeah, Van Gogh, right? Van Gogh.
The Scream. I didn't know Van Gogh do abstract.
Yeah, he did the Scream and the sunflowers.
Wait.
Is it Van Gogh?
It's not. It's a Norwegian artist called Edvard Munch.
Where?
The Scream. Yeah, it's a Norwegian.
Not Vincent Van Gogh.
No, Vincent Van Gogh did the Starry Night and.
Okay. The Scream is a different artist. Yep.
And then he also did the sunflower, the actual sunflower.
Yes. He's famous for the sunflowers. I really like his art.
I think he got his name out there when he started to do that very distinct artwork where he do pointillism.
Do the what?
Pointillism because he draw like not in painting but dot. He just dot.
True. That makes sense. That's like art style.
That is the art style where he created. Because back then a lot of people draw like realistic painting.
That's why.
Realism. So after that he don't want to do that and he start to dot all
and
the
the
artwork.
dot became very popular.
It's very different. It's very outstanding.
True.
But it somehow if you think about it, like it's just dot. What's so special about that? But that's the thing.
But his dot very nice. I always thought the Scream was by him though. Wait, my bad. Because of the dots. The background
dots. Very similar, right?
Yes, it's very similar. The Scream. It's by Edvard Munch. Yeah, different.
It's a Norwegian
a different artist. I always thought it's a similar because of the color scheme with the starry sky. It's a little bit. Yeah, my bad.
No problem.
All right.
The more you know, the more you know.
Now I know. I see. So now we know the conditions that goes with if you want to do art. So first you have to survive. So part-time job will be good, and then build your community, have consistent art, and know how to market and sell yourself. Right. So that's your point of view. But I sort of understand why AI art is very tempting, because like to be consistent sometimes it's really difficult to churn out so many ideas and so many art pieces. But the AI solves so many problems there. For people who sort of want to be artists, I'm not sure.
Well, there is a setback lah. There is a setback for that. It doesn't always completely solve your
the
problem.
art. Yeah.
No.
True.
Correct. It doesn't finish that completely. It's very janky.
Yeah, but if that person works from the AI art, I think it's still pretty decent to view it as a tool set. Yeah, like for example, tracking nowadays are actually all AI assisted tracking. That's why we don't need as many tools as it was needed to do tracking, like movie style tracking. That's why Vtubers can come in, and the metaverse, and everything that goes with it. Yes.
Actually, for VTubing or this VTubing industry, it's really booming because of all the assistance. I think that is where the AI,
because it's a lot easier for people to join this community now. Compared to many years ago. As a senpai in the art scene, what do you think about the younger or newer artists in the scene?
The younger? Okay.
Yeah, younger artists.
For younger artists, for the current year that I've gone through, like many years that I'm moving, I see these few years, it's getting very daring.
Daring.
Very daring, yeah. It's getting very daring to to do newer things. They start to stand out. I don't want to do fan art. I want to do my completely own
creation,
character design, my own IP, my own identity. That is really this is where I see the community or the younger artists is rising up.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, rising. But I think there is one thing back then I experienced which is very bad comment from a person I don't want to say.
Yeah, no worries. You can say general.
When I start to transition to freelancing, I'm kind of worried at the time. So I asked this person, my friend.
You're now your own boss now.
Yeah, I asked my friend, and I want to do freelancing. What is your advice or something like that? And what he told me is very sad. Which is, he said, the new generation is going to kick your ass. Our generation is already setting back because most of my friends who are from graphic design already go for business. Nobody actually do graphic design anymore.
Oh, okay.
Which is very sad. And I'm the only one who still continue doing this kind of thing. And my friend actually told me it's dude, you better give up on this. You cannot keep up with the kids. I
think you're doing really good though now. I'm glad you didn't.
I started very late, and I thought maybe it is true. It is true. If I do original things, I cannot keep up with the younger generation because everybody is so good. But somehow the truth is a letter which is
the truth is a letter. Okay.
It's a letter because it's totally false, and I proved him wrong.
Yes, you did. Good job.
And it's actually what I'm hoping for if the younger generation going to do their own thing, because this is the art scene.
Yes.
If everybody don't want to try new stuff, there's no innovation, and nobody there to stand up to go to improve the art industry.
But I think with the new generation coming in the art scene, it means there's a lot more artists, and it also means there's a lot more people who appreciate artists. I think it goes hand in hand.
It goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I do feel really encouraged by what you said about the artist scene. Yay! Then it's actually pretty good for younger artists to actually join the scene. But of course, with the clause, you need to be able to survive first.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is the unique thing to being an artist, But because just now you say what level did I put myself for other artists? Am I good? Am I bad?
Yes.
No. In art, you should one cannot say, or one cannot judge that your work sucks or your work is better. No. I think everybody has their own level and perception, because every customer come to you
for different reason.
For different reason, and some may like your work, and some extremely love your work, and some say meh. So it's really diverse, and then you cannot put yourself am I good? Am I bad? I can't put that. It's very hard to judge.
That makes sense. That's a really good perspective. I always thought for artists there's gonna be a range. If you cannot do shading to this level, then you are someone who is not worthy to be called an artist. This is sort of the perspective that I've gotten. Yeah. So I've been really curious about what other people thought about this as well, because it is scary to put your works out there for people to see, because it's open judgment basically. But if you don't put it out, you never know. So,
true. A lot of younger artists actually ask me about this. Is there a barrier? There's a barrier between them and the public. It's a barrier. So you need, as an artist, or you want to become an artist, or a hobbyist, or a person who want to draw something. This is just a barrier you need to break between you and your customer.
Not your mental.
No. I think it's it's like you know back then you saw those like kung fu movie, right?
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
then
yeah.
The student always ask the master like,
Yes.
the master say, okay, it's time to challenge the world, and then the student will tell the master like, master, I'm not ready yet.
I'm
Then
not
master
ready
say,
yet.
don't care, just do it. You will
Just
see
do it.
because you learn so much, right? And then you didn't put your skill to the test.
Yes, that's
And
true.
you
Then
need-
it's very hard to grow, right? From there.
Yeah, you need to sooner or later, just like the student up to the master, right? You need to face the real world. You cannot submerge yourself in your bubble and say, "Oh, this is the safest place I want to be." You know, if I fail, I will lose face, or my master will say,
My master will disown me.
My master will say I'm incompetent, something like that.
Oh, that is
But
quite sad, right?
It's quite sad lah, but as a human, you
We have
need
to
to
challenge.
face. You have to challenge. You need to face the world, and then you need to put your
Put
work
your things
to the
out
test.
there.
Yeah. You
Understand.
always do. Good or bad is up to the public to judge.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
But one thing comes first is
Survive.
your confidence.
You
survive?
commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
survive.
commitment is to survive. That's one thing. And then the long game. The long game. This
Long
is
game.
the recipe. The recipe for a long game, because this is not like 1-2 days or
It's a marathon.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a marathon. The recipe for this is your confidence on your work.
Oh, confidence.
Why do I want to say like that? Why do I want to say, okay?
Why do you
in
want to say it
art,
like
right,
that?
Yeah, in art, right? Let's say a musician, a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is what I see from a dancer as an artist myself. Okay,
Okay.
if I see the person perform in the stage, right? You see, this person has so much confidence. He knows his move. He knows what he will do. He knows what he's doing, and he has so much command on his skill. And then he give you very good inspiration. Like, oh, I want to be that guy.
Yes.
I want to be that guy. Like in the stage, I want to be him with that confidence. And then people said, "Oh my God, he's so good," something like that. You know.
True.
So, as an artist, you want to be that person. You want to be
see.
confident. If you show your confidence, people will find it like, oh, you are enjoying. You can see it. You can see it for a performer. He is very in tune with. He's enjoying, and he's very in tune on what he's doing, and he's literally like forgot the real world. And
Of that world, right?
Yeah. He's on his world, and people see how he perform, and like, wow, so focused, so nice. That's it. This is what you want to be. Just have confidence in your work. You know.
Confidence.
Yeah. You just need to have that. It's not about in art, right? This is the beauty in art. Is like, it's not about is it ugly or beautiful, because sometimes ugly stuff can be beautiful.
Ugly stuff can be beautiful.
Because why?
Today's quote, ugly stuff can be beautiful.
This is life. This is life itself. Because a lot of things, what do you want to see in life? Very beautiful stuff, right?
Yes,
all the
yes.
time.
Wow.
Beautiful stuff.
I mean, there are some things. I think beauty also lies in the viewer. So something that may not be accounted as beautiful for most people might be beautiful for someone.
Yes, correct.
Could it be something like that?
Beauty is a very subjective thing.
Yes.
Right? Anything can be beautiful, anything can be ugly, but it's on one person perspective. It's a viewpoint. It's a viewpoint, right?
True.
Anything that is nice to you doesn't mean it's nice for anyone else.
Yeah, that is
So,
true.
It's very hard to distinct. That's why I love what I do. I love what I do.
Passion. I can hear the passion from your voice, man, oozing out, and the confidence as well. That's good to know. Now I feel like I learned quite a good bit about like the type of mental attitude that what could I say a creator or an artist should have.
Yeah, a creator and artist should have, correct.
Yeah.
That brings back to the person to actually ask me about can art actually sustain the livelihood?
Yes.
he's in the end, until the end of the conversation, he still feel that he's not confident at all to actually do what he wanted.
Then probably not the right time or the
Not
right
the right time?
path.
Maybe.
Could be. Sometimes it's timing, right? Because like there's this mangaka that did the King's ranking, the ranking of King.
Oh, ranking of King.
Yeah. He actually drew the manga after he quit his full-time job. At the age of pretty I think late 30s or 40s already. By the time he was a salary man.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So yeah, he's because he felt previously he wanted to be a mangaka but he couldn't be. And then after many years of working and thinking about it, he decided to quit his full-time job. And then so ta-da, that's his work. Amazing.
Yeah, the animation shows like, oh, this guy.
It's full of thoughts. The comic is also really good. He had it publicized on a what do you call that? Those webtoon portal.
Like One Punch.
Yes, like One Punch. Then it became really popular after it got viral.
But recently, I find it fascinating. I don't know how you think about it. Like like people start to appreciate very simple things.
Oh,
like One Punch Man, the guy, the artist called
But One Punch Man, his storyline is so good though.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like his artwork, when you look at it, the original artist called One.
That is true.
The artwork is like, oh wow, what the heck?
I read the original art.
Yeah, it's how you ask just one simple thing like why? How this person can get into manga circuit, and then of course, like you say, it's not about the artwork sometimes.
But sometimes the idea is very important because I think sometimes I'm not sure if you've seen situation like that. Sometimes there are art pieces which I feel like the art is really good, but the storyline doesn't like. There's no
meh.
Then it doesn't attract people as much as a really strong, what do you call that? Strong storyline.
It's not appealing.
Yeah, that can like hit my heart straight. It's like when I see it, it's like oh, sorry, I feel. But that is probably why what do you call it? Why fan art is easier to do compared to original art, because fan art a lot of people already have a lot of commitment to the characters. Like for example, I'm a big fan of Miku. So if I see Miku art or like Miku fan art, Miku merch and all those, I get I need it in my life. Sorry, I think.
So I mean, this is preference.
It's a preference, but Miku character itself is very well established. But compared to original art, because sometimes it could be the original art is really new, and then like nobody knows about it. There's no what do you call that, emotional commitment towards it yet. So I think that's also why original art is harder.
Yeah, it's a challenge. It's literally, if you do original artwork, it's literally like you playing game. You go for hard mode. That's it.
Yes, super hard mode.
But it's the price you go for that.
It's very rewarding.
Valuable. It's very rewarding.
Yes,
this is like how life goes. If you push very hard for the beginning, yes, it's very hard. You want to cry every day. Like what the heck am I doing every day for this kind of bullshit? I had it every day. Literally back then I feel like what am I doing, you know?
But you're doing good now. That's good to know. You persevered. Yes. Important.
I persevere lah. So I'm blessed lah. I'm blessed. I'm also blessed that I have people around me who support me. Also, I cannot be one man show sometimes.
That is true.
It's also about other people who are
supportive of you.
Helping you, supporting you all the way. You know, you need to appreciate those people around you. I really thank lah. I really thank.
I think a grateful heart is probably really important as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Also to remember your first love, like 初心, like your initial heart about it. Yes.
Those.
I think what Chen Chen say here is really good. As life get more complex, human intend to appreciate more simplicity. I think that makes sense as well.
Makes sense.
Because nowadays, like artworks in the scene are very, very very complex. Then it becomes like simpler thing might be more appealing to some. Could it be like art fatigue?
I can actually feel it. I don't know if you've seen it before. Cute art is a trend right now.
I thought cute art has been a trend for a long time.
Recently,
even more
in CF or AMG, right? There's like people who draw cute, simple doggo.
Oh, but those are so cute.
Hamster.
I bought many, so.
So I think those are. I think maybe is for female market. I don't know.
Could be. I think machine type one is more for. Would you say that your market is more towards the male dominant?
Yep. My artwork mostly male dominant, but surprisingly, there is girls who also love it because of certain message that I convey. And
True.
The intricate stuff that I draw actually fascinate them. Like, wow, why you draw such small things and you take so much time to actually finish and meticulously design smaller things inside and out.
True.
Also sometimes I also doubt myself, like, why am I doing it?
Because you love it?
One is very therapeutic because it's
therapeutic.
You feel like when you draw small things, right, it is somewhat like doodling.
Okay.
Doodling. Sometimes you turn off your head, you turn off your brain, and you just draw you just don't care. I just draw whatever in it. Okay,
I think it's because you are so used to it already. You are so well trained that you can actually turn off to draw.
Yeah, actually, I somehow nearly lah. I don't feel that I don't stress at all on drawing, but sometimes I do stress when I feel like, this design is not good. I need to fix this, fix that.
True.
I mean, on the way lah. It feels like it's on the way.
The way, coming soon.
The person who actually can draw without any stress is Kim Jong-un. Actually, he can draw. Like, he just stand in front of it and like, there's a person here, draw. And then, there's a tiger here, draw. And then there's a bicycle here, draw. Then he doesn't like, for me, if I don't, you ask me to draw a bicycle, like, I need to find a reference.
Yeah, true. I was like thinking, don't he need a reference? His internal library must be very good.
Yeah, his visual library.
Yes, his visual library.
It's fascinating to see how he works. So I do want to feel that. I do want to be that kind of person. And I tell you, if you meet me 5 years ago, I can't even talk like this. Right?
Wow, this is amazing improvement. Then
I can't even talk this way because I think 5 years ago I haven't achieved. I can't say it's a status lah. And I don't want to brag about. A lot of people say, your booth is very popular. Your booth is very popular. Everybody knows me. No. I don't say like everybody knows me. And my booth is not popular at all. Okay, it's just like I have a chance.
But I think you got a very distinct style. That's why people would remember. Because there's not many artists in the scene who are doing similar things with you. So because of that, you stand out a lot.
I do feel that because what I did or what I draw is
special.
Sometimes through my intuition, and I do want to do something to attract people, but I have no expectation. I have no high expectation of what I do because there's a lot of gamble.
True.
There's a lot of gamble you need to try. Sometimes experiments. It's not a one hit wonder. I have some few of
one hit wonder?
Okay. I want to say something about this.
Yes.
That art, right? When you post something, and then suddenly you got like how many likes?
Yes.
Oh yes, I'm gonna repeat this process again, but it fails.
Okay. Like, so a certain type of art which you thought was really popular, you did it, and then it went boom, and then after that it went like that.
Yeah, you go viral, and then you thought you want to duplicate that phenomena, right? It's like catching the catching the lightning.
Catching lightning.
Lightning in the bottle.
Lightning in the bottle. Okay. That difficulty is very, very, very high. I see.
Yeah, it's a term. Oh.
But actually, I do wonder about your thoughts, because you just mentioned about suddenly getting like a lot of attention. So what do you think about artists, like, especially like sometimes there are newer artists or artists which can be seen as a little bit more amateurish, suddenly getting a lot of attention online because they draw very popular item, or like sometimes it's drawing popular VTubers, popular characters, or whichever. What do you think about those phenomena? And then suddenly they are like super big.
Okay, I think this is more like I call it the VTuber effect.
I wouldn't say it's just VTuber though. There are other things that Yeah, there are. I remember there were a few artists that got really popular for their very interesting art style, like the super big animal.
Which one? I mean,
never mind. But it's not fan art. It's not
a
fan
niche
art.
thing. I think I know what you're talking about. There's also like this vegetable doggo. This guy drawing animal which is vegetables. That's very distinct. Very distinct.
So like, what do you think about those type of artists though? Especially because you've been in the market for so long, and especially because you know how hard it is to get noticed.
That is the thing about an art. Like, you do something very fascinating at the first, but you want to do something again, something else again. Maybe it will go down. Maybe it will not have that kind of effect again happen to you. This is something that I tried before, and actually I somehow learned through when I got this scenario, and then I look back on singers back then, like Michael Jackson or other Chinese singers, right? Some singers get their shot, and then they one song, boom, they got famous. But then that is what we call one hit wonder lah. If they can create another magic, yes, they can become famous again and again, like Michael Jackson. Right?
But Michael Jackson is really good though.
He's really good. He's talented, and one person talent can be defined. Like, how consistent are you? That's why you need to be consistent.
Consistently good.
But the consistency comes with a price. Come with a price.
Okay.
Because you must be God if you can keep doing this again and again. How do you know? How do you know what's the next best thing? Unless you must be crazy, or else you must be God.
Oh my gosh, what a term to use. Wait, crazy? How come though?
You must. One person must be equally crazy to do something very fascinating, like Dali or Picasso.
Is Picasso crazy?
Not crazy, but more eccentric. He has this very weird mindset, and he look things very differently. For some people, for me, I think it's not that he's go crazy lah. It's just that he's out there. When you talk to him, you cannot talk to him properly, because he thinks very far and wide, and then you somehow lost in his thought. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know.
I see. Sorta get it. Okay. Understand. So that's like your thoughts on one hit wonder. It will not last unless they continue to produce similar level of works. Correct.
Yeah. This is something that every artist is actually struggling with lah. It's not easy.
Especially because you mentioned that one of the key point is to build a community. But the way to build a community definitely is by reaching even more people and then hoping to reach an audience that can relate to you or your art pieces, or like you as a person, as an artist, like your work as well. I mean, that is building a community to have a connection with them. But quite difficult, yeah.
It's difficult because this is why, like I said, if you're doing an original artwork, literally you're playing a game that you go straight into hard mode. That's
hard mode. Like just now I saw someone wrote, I think it's Chen, he say hell difficulty. Playing at hell difficulty.
Literally you just jump into the most difficult level that you cannot comprehend. You cannot comprehend. But
understand.
You have to pay the price. Let's say, okay, like what I'm not saying like this incident for Kim Jong-yi is very unfortunate.
But I feel like that incident really impacted a lot of artists. And then like, well, everybody do stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. And yes, well,
But I want to say more into Kim Jong-yi like, for what happened to him, actually do result to the price that he need to pay.
You feel like that is the price he paid?
I don't say that his passing is caused by maybe health problem, overwork. It can be, but because you don't know where he worked.
That is true. That is true.
Where he come from?
How much hard work he had put in to get where he is right now. I think that is always a thing about creators. And we only see the glorious part because that is what is shown, but we don't know how much blood, sweat and tear that is already put in before the thing actually happened. So yes.
And also in theory, like this is my opinion is he travel a lot.
Yes.
He fly everywhere.
Yes,
so
that's true.
Is this also a travel fatigue also? For me,
could be.
I also felt like, even me traveling from another state to another state consistently
really
back to back also
tiring, right?
Very tiring. Like how can a person fly around the world with different time zones can actually withstand your body? If you say like your mind is clear, like when you see him in his program or some YouTube, you see he's always very clear. His mind is always very present, right? But you don't know what's happening inside.
That is
Maybe
true.
his body is telling you something you don't know.
Yeah, that is true. That's not something for us to know anyways. Oh, it looks like you're almost done. I am not done yet. I'll probably continue after stream. But you mentioned that you were gonna tell us a trick how to fix mine so that it looks less like stone and more like metal.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Please do instruct me on the ways of the machine.
The ways of the machine.
Yes. Yes, the ways of machine. But actually, what do you think about like Vtubers anyway? Like local Vtubers as well as international ones?
Oh wow, this is
it's a big topic, right?
I myself is a very avid fan of VTubing. I treat VTubing. It is from my perspective when I start exposed to VTubing material. Is this is when pandemic. I really need to. I feel like VTubing is a blessing to me because back then when the MCO, you are stuck at home, right? What else can you entertain, right? So after that, I got exposure to HoloLive, and it's literally opened a huge world, and I feel very comforted. I actually feel blessed that I find joy in watching these people doing their thing. It's amazing. And to me, VTubing is literally Sesame Street to me.
Sesame Street.
Yes, it's Sesame Street. It's actually quite true, It's actually quite true. If you, let's say in theory if you put
you mean like puppet show, correct?
Yeah. If you put this technology away and everything, you just pretend that this character itself, right? Behind that someone else is actually animating it, right? It's the same as puppet show also. There's a
That is
persona,
true.
there's a character, is in the real world, and they are playing pretend. They are playing pretend, and they are doing stuff that actually very close to reality.
Oh, that actually sort of makes sense as well.
Yeah, it's literally a puppet show for everyone. But it's very entertaining. You don't say it's very stupid. Back then, I thought it's very stupid. I don't know why. This is before the MCO. This is
But this is sort of like goes together with like what do you call it? Going into the metaverse as well, right?
Yeah. This meta world at the beginning, like when I watched Sonico or Kizuna Ai. Back then, the MCO doesn't happen yet. Back then it was a Miku times, you know.
Yeah.
So I find this all 3D rigging and the 2D the 2D life is not actually a thing yet.
That time it wasn't as popular as it is now.
Yeah, and a lot of people using 3D model, and I find this 3D model very janky. Like wow, all the.
But I think given their tech, they're actually really good already. Though.
At that time, I really don't appreciate it, and later on, I got introduced back into a VTubing thing by a friend who actually a VTuber also right now, and. I find it entertaining because not of the character rigging or the technical thing. I actually saw past that. I see past that because the clipping thingy is so bad. I need to see past that. Like it's not about that. After that, you know, for me, I have a new mindset that okay, it's about the person behind this whole thing. It's about the
soul of it, right?
The soul of it because. The character itself is just a play. It's just a pretend. It's just a thing that it's just a visual for you.
That is true.
But after that, it is entertaining to see that personality come forward. And
but they're really good though.
Yeah, and then it starts to blur out between reality and.
Wait. Jojo is saying first VTuber is Hatsune Miku. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Actually, it's Sonico and Kizuna Ai.
Yes,
that's the first one.
Sonico and Kizuna Ai. Oh, that makes
sense. But Sonico back then is more like a branding thing. It's not about VTubing.
So it's a different content type as well.
Different content, but Kizuna Ai is legit.
Yeah,
like
that's
the
true.
first VTuber who actually popularized this whole gig. The concept of it.
Okay. Now you're gonna teach me how to make it look more metal, right?
Okay. Right now for me, I'm doing like let's say you want to do. Usually metal, if always incorporate with bolts and screw, right? You can actually do like the screw on every pedal. You know, do it, and then in certain parts of the pedals on your drawing, you can actually put shadow, like the bottom side. You can actually draw like a hard shadow like this one. If you put like hard shadow like this, it actually give you impression that this is like very reflective, and there's like where the shadow come from lah. So it looks like a hard surface. Looks like a hard surface, you know.
But mine just it looks like stone though.
Stone.
Sort of.
Use of a feature like maybe you can do those. Yeah, like Gundam, right? Usually there's a segment like they call the seam.
Probably like can add in those type of elements. Right?
Like those seams like that. These kind of seams. And then there's like a circle part right here and then here. And like a line across, that like that. That's all the Gundam parts used to come with this. Or else you can actually score it yourself to add more detail.
Can I will try. I will try.
Try your best. Trying.
Alright. I've got one last question for you today. So, do you have any advice for any artists who are starting out?
Okay, usually at one point of life that as an artist you need to one, like what I said previously, you need to be very persistent on your work, and discipline is the key. Perseverance and discipline, right? And one very important thing sometimes, don't let other people influence or tell you that what you want to pursue. I mean, in art or anything, right? In your life, this is a life lesson, okay? Anything you want to pursue in your life is not others people's choices, and do not get influenced by people's choices, because anything you decide is yours and not theirs.
Wow, motivating.
Not theirs. Because if you start to listen to people and start to follow what people wanted you to do, you will pay a price later on in your life.
You become unhappy.
You become unhappy. You become unsatisfied, and you will start to blame. And you have that victim mentality, lah. You have that victim mentality saying that
it's all because of you.
Because of somebody told me to do this, so I do this. So you cannot think for yourself. So I think this is maybe for some people this is not related to art, but this is very crucial, lah. This is applied to everything, even to art. Make a decision for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself, because I've been bullied for many times, and been persuaded to give up art. Yeah, to give up art. Okay. I have a very, very bad experience in workplace when I was an animator, and after being working for 2 years in that studio, I think the guy is dissatisfied with my attitude on working, or maybe it's my fault lah. And he told me this right in my face, saying, "You're not suitable in this industry."
Maybe animation's a little bit difficult, because like working in production is a bit different than freelancing after all.
Yeah, it is. But I think I do have some regret that I didn't make this decision any sooner in my life, but still I make it in the end.
Better late than never, right?
Yeah, I make it in the end. So
good job.
It's a good journey lah. I see right now. Although it's a very short period of doing this, it's only 7 years. I wish I
only 7 years. Sure.
But I wish I can do it like any other people who are already in the industry longer than me. 10 years, 15 years doing illustration. I wish I did longer, because I want to experience more. I want to.
Well, you will be. That's for sure.
Yeah, but that is my only regrets lah. But then again,
But it's been a learning, right, for you.
It's been a learning experience lah, for me, and whoever who actually come along with me, especially my wife, who actually doing the same thing as me.
Wow.
And
artist family.
Yeah, artist family. And always remember that whatever you do is your decision, and be humble, and you know who put you here in the first place,
which is yourself, right?
Myself, yes, and also the people that support you all along. Because gratitude is important. You do not forget people who help you along the way. Because for me, I also have help. It's not that I have to. I rely a lot of things on my own. And it is a very hard mountain to climb. Really.
Understand.
Self-discovery is also, I think,
important.
Important. Yes. If you if you feel like that people who actually draw anatomy is better than me, and then the competition in CF is so much, there's a lot, and then there's so many people are drawing and selling the same thing like me. Why should I be in CF? That's a no. You shouldn't be thinking that way, because competition is good. If the market has a lot of shops, or let's say there's a lot of competition out there,
more buyers,
more buyer, and
hopefully
the business is good.
Yeah.
Do you want a convention with only one store?
That is true. That is true,
right? So competition is healthy. Competition really motivates you to do more. That's all I can say.
Yay! Thank you so much. Can we see like your final art?
Oh,
Are you done?
sorry.
Let's go.
I'm done.
You're done. Pati. So this is how Flowery will look like. Flowery will look like if Flowery got machine fight.
Yeah, well, now you say it's Flowery. Come on.
Flowery. Yeah.
Flowery.
Yeah, pati. Mina otsukare. So that's it for today's Would it be okay if I posted this art in the Discord later? Yes.
Let me
see if anyone followed along and drew. Nope. If anyone followed along and drew your version of the machine fight sunflower, do feel free to tag me on or Tixit on any of the social media. And then I will also be posting my finished version. I am not done yet. And I feel the advice that you gave, which was to have a lot more, darker lines, to give it a lot more, shading. Darker shading really helps to make it more metallic. The stone is starting to look more metal now.
Yeah.
So I will slowly. Yay! Good teaching. Thank you. Alright, thank you for all the audience who joined in today. And Mina otsukare. Oh, is it okay if you yes, please do sign.
Yes,
please sign your hat. Yeah. Alright. We'll be posting this art piece on social media as well as the PV Discord. Yes, my throat is a little bit wonky right now. Let me drink some water. That's pretty much it for today's Yui and Friends. Matahana! Now, is it okay if you follow me and say Matahana?
Matahana.
Yeah. Hi. Matahana. Thank you everyone. Otsukare. Bye bye.
Bye bye.